Welcome, everyone. I'm particularly pleased to have Jeff Landers on the phone. I kind of bumped, not into him physically, but into his book, which unfortunately you, Jeff, released about 5 years too late. And it's called The Home Office from Hell Cure. And I tell you what, my office certainly was a home office from hell. It is so true. Everyone I coach, I'm a business coach, everyone who works at home has exactly these things that you describe in your book, which is, by the way, to the audience here, we're not plugging the book. Yes, I highly encourage you to have a look. Go to the library, have a look at it on Amazon. It has great reviews. And I'm not the only one who thinks it's a brilliant book. The foreword is by Donald Trump's right hand, if you like. If you've seen George Ross on The Apprentice, he has written the foreword, and he seems to be certainly impressed. So I think this book really strikes a nerve there. I mean, a lot of people working from home these days with the internet and everything, people starting to have a mobile lifestyle. But one of the problems they're facing is that, once you start working at home, it's very difficult to separate the two, working at home and not. So, Jeff, why don't you give us a little bit about your background, particularly from a sort of small business owner or self-employed perspective? Because I know you've had, or you still have, your own businesses, but you also help small businesses and startups.
Exactly. I'm, I guess, what you would call a serial entrepreneur. I've created 5 different companies, several of which I am still operating. So I certainly had plenty of experience in starting up companies, getting venture financing, making, every mistake that one could possibly make, and hopefully learn from my mistakes. I would say for 95% of the time, and we're now talking about in excess of 20 years, I've worked from a home office, so I know all of the trials and tribulations that's involved with working from a home office, how to turn that to your advantage, how to make your company look bigger than it really is so you could more effectively compete with your larger competitors, and really all the different things that you need to do to get your revenue up there and really create a successful business, while at the same time, for a lot of people, maintaining a certain lifestyle. So, that's what this was all about. We ran a contest for several years called the Home Office from Hell Contest. Just to give you a little background on that fight, the purpose of the contest really was as a marketing tool for one of the companies that's still in operation called offices2share.com. I was looking to get media attention, and I thought one of the great ways to do that was to have this really cool contest, give out some great prizes. So we partnered with Dell Computers. They gave away $10,000 worth of equipment as prizes. We did the press releases. We got the word out, and the contest was quite successful. And what we did, we asked people to submit to us the top 10 reasons why they wanted to move out of their home office from hell. And not only did we get some very, very funny entries, and I could read a couple later if we have time, but I think the overriding thread that was common through all of it was, there a core of problems that home-based entrepreneurs have, and they're not sure how to address it, and they're not sure how to get around it. And I realized that there was this commonality, and that was really the inspiration for this book. And I thought, my God, in the U.S. alone, there are 13 million home-based entrepreneurs. If you look worldwide, you might be in the 25 to 30 million range. That's a lot of people that are struggling with the same issues, and I thought that there was a real place for the book, and for some of the programs that we established to help home-based entrepreneurs take their business to the next level. That's what we're really trying to accomplish. We want to help home-based entrepreneurs become more professional, more productive, and of course more profitable.
Fantastic. I'd just like to make a remark that this is aimed square at the audience. Jeff is not trying to show off here or say, look, I've got this great company and we've got Dell on board. like I said previously when I emailed everyone, one thing you want to always look out for is how do other people do, for example, marketing or market research, interact with their clients. And here was a prime example of how Jeff went out and attracted some attention, i.e. did some PR for his company, and also at the same time did some fantastic market research. How do I get people to really tell me what their problems are so I can solve them? So this is a brilliant point how you can take this forward in your own business. So don't just listen to Jeff talking about his stuff. Always think, hey, how could I apply what he's done to my own business?
That's very true, and quite honestly, I've done the same thing. I've looked at other people, both that I know personally or that I've read about, to see what they've done. It doesn't even have to be in the same industry. It could be in a totally different industry, but if people have certain unique ideas or they've approached things in a different way, you might be able to extrapolate from that and apply it to your own business in your own industry, and it may be something that nobody's done before, and that could give you an advantage to really leapfrog ahead of your competition.
Exactly. Right then, let's go slightly back to the book, because one of the things you mentioned earlier was that people stay at home because they want to have a certain lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I see all the time as well. And to be honest, I choose to work from home simply because I want to be here with my wife and kids
Sure.
at lunchtime, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things you mentioned in your book is, well, there are different paths to success for entrepreneurs. So would you agree that the first question someone should really ask themselves is, what kind of entrepreneur am I?
Exactly. We found, through our research and experience, that there are really two types of entrepreneurs, or home-based entrepreneurs, I should say. One I call the growth maven, and the other one I call a lifestyle guru.
Just a very quick interruption here for our
Sure.
UK audience. A maven is an expert. Maven is a very American word. Sorry.
Not a problem. It's very similar to a guru as well. It's just another word for it. But the lifestyle guru is exactly what you were talking about before. That's the person that has a business. They're making money. They want to be home with their spouse, with their children. They want to have the lifestyle. So, if they want to go off to lunch or see a movie, it doesn't matter, because the work that they're not doing then, they could do at 10 o'clock at night or whatever. They don't want to give up that lifestyle. And in fact, they may have worked for many, many years to be able to do that. Maybe they were in the corporate world and finally happy to get out of their cubicle and, the 9 to 5 commute. Finally, they were able to have a home-based business, and that was one of their goals, to be able to have that lifestyle. But, of course, they want to be able to make more money. So one of the tracks in the book is for the lifestyle guru. If you want to maintain that lifestyle, but you want to make more money, here are the things that you need to do. On the other hand, the growth mavens are those that are looking to do a heck of a lot more. They want to create a mini empire. They want to be the next Jeff Bezos of Amazon, or Steve Jobs of Apple, or Richard Branson of Virgin, or Martha Stewart. By the way, those are all people that started their multi-billion-dollar companies in their home office. The growth mavens start off at home because naturally that's a great way to keep expenses down. You don't have to pay rent for an office. You could sort of start on a shoestring. But at some point, typically when they need to start hiring employees, they've actually got to move out of a home-based business and get a real office in order to start hiring people. So the mindset and the goals are completely different. Even though they're both starting out as home-based entrepreneurs, they're both moving in different directions, and therefore in my book basically have two different tracks, one for the growth mavens, one for the lifestyle guru.
Okay, fantastic. Just a quick sort of side thought on this. is that the same thing as as saying I have to choose between power and money, if you like? The reason I'm asking this is that many entrepreneurs stunt the growth of their companies because they cannot let go. It's they want the money that comes with growth, but they just can't let go of what they call their baby. They're so involved in it.